Hello, everybody. So I thought to respond to the big question that I've had the last month since I shared about my experience with Bell's palsy, which is how did it happen? Why did it happen? When did it happen? so I would say that I didn't really know much about Bell's palsy before it happened to me. I, of course, knew that people suffer from paralysis. So I used to see like stroke, the hand, the leg, some parts of the body, but never really the face. And so it happened in May of 2024. In April of 2024, I was supposed to travel to Ivory Coast. I got a reporting trip to Ivory Coast. And like 1 week before my trip, I woke up in the middle of the night and I felt like my head was turning. And I remember those WhatsApp messages that from our mothers that I would ignore. I read and say, okay, maybe it would never happen to me. And I remember the messages I would say, when you wake up in the middle of the night and you're feeling drowsy and like your head is spinning, sit down, don't move, don't go to the toilet, don't just stand up, just lay back. So that was exactly what I did. I lay back down and I slept off. And the next morning, I called my doctor and I said, I'm supposed to travel, but look at what happened to me. And he said, I think you should not travel. Give it a few more days. You don't know Ivory Coast is a new place. You'll be traveling, by flight, a long flight. So just chill. So I did obey him. I called those I was working with to say I would have to move my trip by a few days, and they said, of course, Biansu, do what you have to do. And but after 3 days, I just wanted to do this, get this job over with, travel, come back, and I'm done. If you know me, that and how I work, when I'm working, I put in everything into it. So I said, okay, I feel better. I don't have any problem. I've never had a history of high blood pressure, except of course when my father passed away, and I was also pregnant, early pregnancy. So that was the only period once when my blood pressure was a little elevated. So I just felt I would say, blessed to be healthy. I don't have malaria, typhoid. I never get sick, except of course maybe in early pregnancy when I would have hyperemesis. Aside from that, I don't get sick. So I just felt confident in my body and how it works. And after like 3 4 days, I booked a flight and I traveled, and everything went well to the glory of God. And I came back, and just as I came back, I was supposed to move houses. So I started moving, and after I moved, I was supposed to, my son's birthday was coming up, so I was planning to do something for his birthday. I said, okay, I'm gonna cook, I'm gonna make soup, jollof rice. A friend told me, don't do this. You moving is stressful. I think you should rest. In my mind, I said, okay, I'll make it just a little. Have a little party, not as big as I wanted. A few friends at home, but I was still going to cook jollof rice. She said, just bake a cake or buy a cake. But I still thought, okay, I'll do something. A day before that birthday, or say 3 days before that birthday, I started feeling, had a pain right behind my ear. I did some research. I'd never heard about, made that connection between that pain and Bell's palsy. I didn't see anything like that on the internet, so I thought it was stress. I tried to rest. I tried to massage it. I did everything. This pain wouldn't go anywhere. So the night before the birthday, I went to brush my teeth, and I noticed that water was just pouring out of my mouth. I said, what in the world is going on? I did it again, the same thing. I said, Chineke God, what is happening? So, during this period, I had, cleaned with some products, and I said, oh, maybe I used the wrong products, maybe something that I shouldn't have done. I thought about the next day. That was the actual day for this birthday. I had to go to the hospital. The birthday did not happen anymore. That's why they say, take care of yourself, because life would always go ahead. So I quickly went to the hospital, thanks to all the staff at the Saint Louis Urgence Emergency Hospital in Saint Louis, Alsace, France. Thank you so much for your support and care. When I got there, I met the doctor who told me, confirmed that this is actually a case of facial paralysis, paralysiafacial, Bell's palsy. And then they put me on antiviral and steroids for about 10 days. with paracetamol, and they asked me to go home and massage my face. That was it. And to the biggest question that I had, how long would it last? They didn't have an answer. Nobody knew. He said 2 weeks, 3 weeks, nobody knows. And then, of course, you would hold on to the faith that your body has never failed you. And so your body would work to take care of this thing in days and in weeks. And so I went home and my family members, everyone who heard, of course, if you come from an African household, you know that it is an attack. Attack, back to sender. I'm grateful, so grateful to everyone who called me, who prayed with me. I had prayer channels and prayer groups from all over the world. People called me, people, prayed with me. I'm so thankful to all of you. God bless you all. Thank you so much for that support. It really helped me on my healing journey. So I just had faith that, because I started reading up that in 5 days you start feeling some sensation. That means your recovery is going to be quick. So in 3-4 days I started feeling twitches. I was so happy. I said, oh my God, yes, it's happening. I'm healing. And I kept massaging my face, and that's the only thing you'd do. Some people say chew gum, others will say no, don't chew gum too early. Some say don't even touch your face at this stage, allow it to heal, and then you can massage. Some people say don't even massage at all. I don't know the mistakes that I made, or if nobody knows exactly. Nobody really has an answer to this. Even medical doctors don't have a clue. They don't know exactly what works, what doesn't work. But at least they know that you need antiviral drugs, because they say it could be connected to a virus or stress. Nobody knows. But the first few days, they say it's also important to get on the antiviral and steroids. That those first few days are very important, and also it's important to rest. It was difficult for me to get some rest because 3 children, one at a time, who had just turned 2. I was still breastfeeding. So it was complicated. So I think that's the story of people asking me what happened, how did it happen, when did it happen. I think basically this is the story. I'll probably come back and make another video about it, the things that I did. So for some people, I try to mentally and tell myself that this would not last. So I would, when I see videos, I started watching different videos. When I see any video on people that say, I've had it for 10 years, I just scroll up. I don't want to hear that. I want my faith to work with those who've had it, briefly, and it went away. Unfortunately, there are a few people who would have it for longer years or even a lifetime. And what shocked me that was when I joined the Facebook group, I realized that so many people have this, even children, even babies. Some are born with this, some developed it. It's something that is not talked about. It's not very well known. A lot of people didn't even know about this until it happened to me. And then they realized, oh, there's something like this. There's something called bellspalsy. They became aware of this situation. So I think that would be a short response to that question. And please take care of yourself. Please rest as much as you can. Please, it's important to rest. I started working at the age of 20 while I was in the university, and I've worked ever since until this day. I don't think I've ever taken like 1 year off where I wasn't working, and sometimes I wouldn't even do one job. I would do 2 jobs, 3 jobs. I'm presenting there, I'm doing podcasting there, I would work. Sometimes I'm on 2 TV channels. I'm presenting a show on this TV channel on NTA. You would also watch me on this channel. I just was very passionate about what I do, and probably all of that stress, accumulated stress, also the death of my father. I have no idea, but I would just always tell you that's the fear. Everybody says it's stress. So please rest. Don't stretch yourself too much. Do what you can, leave what you cannot do. And again, thanks to everyone who stood by me, who supported me, who prayed with me. Even those who I didn't know were praying with me and they prayed for me. Thank you very much. And I'll see you in the next video where I'll talk about the things that I did, the exercises that helped, and yeah.